Well, hi there everybody and welcome along to the big quiz night in. I hope the technical problems weren't too much of an issue for people this evening. So do let me know in the comments how you're doing and if you can hear me nice and loud and clearly as before. I have done a lot of adjustments and tweaking my side since the last quiz just to get the volume levels right and for lots of new things that's coming up. But I am, as I've been mentioning in the chat, having a problem with Facebook Creator Studio today. It's just not showing the feed here on my second device at all, but I can see it on my main laptop that I'm running this off of. So let me know in the chat if you can see and hear and everything is still coming through loud and clear, and then I will crack on with the show properly. Good, thank you. Yeah, we have had some lovely comments coming in already, regardless of the technical problems. So let me run through a few hellos, and then I'll tell you what's in store today. So in case you've missed all the messages I've been putting out there. So good evening to Sue and the Donuts. Good evening to Millie. Hope you guys are doing well. Eric and the Blackpool Bar Stewards, welcome along. Luke and Jane will be here as well. Good evening. Blackpool Bar Stewards, yes, Chris is there too. Yes, Sue and Gabby as well. You can see it on your phone, but not on your laptop. Yeah, I think it is an unfortunate problem, but if you can't see me properly on the device you are watching me on, try it on your phone instead. I will keep refreshing it here, but as I said, because it's working on my laptop and just not my Chromebook for my second screen, I think it's got to be a Facebook problem, and especially if you were all having that problem as well, it must be a Facebook problem, but mobiles are working okay, so we'll see how we go. All right, some more hellos to go through then. Let me have a look and see what's going on here in the comments. Martin's here. Good evening all. Let's get quizzical here. How are we all doing? Great. Glad you could be here, mate. Hope you enjoyed the show. Tracy says, fantastic four are joining you out from our holiday cottage in Keswick, currently finishing our fish and chips. Fantastic. Again, I hope you can see me and hear me loud and clear. Yes, Andy says, hi all. I'm sorry the page just isn't loading despite refreshes, etc. Just got the dreaded blue ring in the middle of the screen, but it'll try from your phone. All good now. On the phone for first time. Great. I'm glad you could be here, Andy. We've got a nice little turnout this evening. Really appreciate that and hope you're excited for the quiz rounds to come. In a moment, as always, I'll be bringing in Abby to ask her question. I'm just going to keep refreshing this whole Facebook thing and see what happens. Abby's got a great little question. She's excited because the question today will be about go-karting, which is a bit random, I know, but she's going go-karting for a party tomorrow. So we're doing a trivia question about that. So we'll see how well you do. Multiple choice as always. The rounds we've got this evening, if in case you missed the announcements, are all connected, or 2 out of 3 are connected to Patreon requests. So we've got animals, which is one that Gabby requested. We have got cities and states, and then we've got a potluck round with some questions in it from which has got subjects that Diva's requested as well. Mandy says, I'm on my phone but running out of battery, so if I disappear I was going to switch to laptop, but maybe not given the problem. You can try. It might be better off if you try and find a charger, I'm afraid though, but I'll keep you posted because as soon as it appears again on my screen here, that should mean mobile devices will be desktop devices will be okay again, laptops, etc. So we'll see how we go. I will bring in Abby in just a moment, then we'll play her little intro and we'll crack on with her question. Millie says, my MacBook still isn't working, so I'll use the phone. Yeah, keep using your phones. I'll let you know if things change my side. All I can really do is keep refreshing it and just hope for the best. Maybe Facebook will sort it out themselves. Who knows? Anyway, with that said, let's move on to Abby's question. Okay, here she is, everybody. Say hi to Abby. Abby, say hello to everybody. I remember to get you to say hello this time. So Abby's got a great question for you. I'm going to bring it up on screen in a minute, and you need to put the answer to this question in the comments. This is the only time I'll ask you to do that for the first part of this evening. The rest of them you'll keep the answers to yourselves until you hear me say otherwise.
Don't be naughty.
And we'll let Abby read it out as well. Don't be naughty. The fastest answer will win themselves a bonus point, which you can use anytime throughout the evening on the main 3 quiz rounds. So I'll bring up the question, and there's an accompanying picture as well. Here we go. And Abby, you can read it. There it is. There's the question.
The world's fastest go-kart is the all-electric Dame
Damac.
Damac
C5.
C5 Blast. How fast can it go from 0 to 60 miles per hour? Is it A, 1.5 seconds, B, 2.5 seconds, or C, 3.5 seconds?
It's very, very quick. And we've already got a lot of good guesses coming in. So I don't think we need to get you to read it again. But let's have a look. Let's look down this side for the comments this time, okay? So we've got some people saying A. We've got some B's thrown in there as well. Just A's and B's by the looks of it at the moment. We'll give it just a few more seconds and see if there's any more guesses want to come in. How fast can that go-kart go from 0 to 60? Looks like it's just A's and B's. All right, so let's reveal the answer first and then we'll see who got it right fastest. You want to tell them? The answer is?
A.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds. That is so fast, isn't it? What else did
No,
we
wait a
learn about
second.
that?
It's C.
What? No, it's not. Tell them what we learned about the cheetah in comparison to that, though. Do you remember?
It's 2 seconds faster.
It's half. It goes 0 to 60 in half the time a cheetah would take to go 0 to 60.
And if it was C, it would be about as fast as a cheetah.
Yeah, if it was a C, yeah. So we've got some
That's
lovely
why I
little
said it was a
messages.
C, because cheetahs are my favorite animal.
This is the person that got it right the fastest. Can you say well done to this person?
Well done to Martin.
Yay, Martin got it right fastest. So let's get quizzical. That means you get yourselves a bonus point throughout the evening. Great job. And Abby, do you want to say goodbye to everybody again?
Bye, even though that was quick.
It was
Bye.
very quick, but we'll see Abby again in 2 weeks because next week is the Patreon quiz night, so it'll be different.
And the reason why we did this question is because I'm going go-karting tomorrow.
Yes, so fingers crossed because she's never driven anything like that before.
No.
So you're going to wear a helmet, aren't you?
If bumper cars count, then yes.
No, you're going to be going much faster than that.
Oh.
Go on then, off you get.
Bye.
Thanks for that, guys. Well done to everybody that put A. See you, darling. Right. And what we can do now is move on to our next official quiz round. There's a few things we've got to talk about this evening as well. Let me just take those away too, because and I'll probably remind you of this again later on. There is a sale on again in my merch store. So at the minute, there's 20% off for the next 2 days, I think it is, or 2 or 3 days. The link will be in the Beacon link that I'll share later on, as always, but more on that later. So let's move on to round number 1, which is a Patreon request. It is our animals round. Okay, so the animals round then will be 15 questions, and we've also got some pictures. You'll remember if you were here last week, the picture rounds go throughout, and these are similar pictures, same style that we had before. For these pictures, if you weren't watching last week, what you need to do is just make a note of who you think these mashed up faces are. Each picture is 2 celebrities mashed together, okay? And there'll be 2 different pictures throughout the first 3 rounds this evening. So I'll go through these questions for the animals round, be thinking of those and what the answers could be as well. At the end, when I give you the answers, you can add the points you get for these 2 pictures onto your total score for the animals round. So you get some extra bonus points, 4 points in total available there, 1 point for each correct celebrity. But don't put them in the comments, okay? So keep them to yourselves, just like these trivia questions that I'm about to read out. So your first question then in the animals round, and thank you to Gabby for requesting this one. Thank you for being a patron as always. Question number 1, which mythical name is given to the young of a dragonfly? Is it, I'll give you multiple choice, fairy, pixie, or nymph? Which mythical name is given to the young of a dragonfly? Is it a fairy, a pixie, or a nymph? Let's see how well you do with that one. Your first question in the animals round. Question number 2. Remember, as always, I will repeat questions at the end. I'll try not to go through them too quickly, but just moan at me in the chat if I do. Question 2. What is the average litter size for a rabbit? What is the average litter size for a rabbit? There's quite a range in their litter sizes, but what is the average? Let's see how well you do with that one. Okay. Your next question then is for 2 points. Now, question number 3. Which two similar creatures gather collectively in a float and a congregation? Which two similar creatures gather collectively in a float and a congregation? 1 point for each. If you know one of them, the fact I've said similar means you should be able to work out what the other one is. I'll say it again. Which two similar creatures gather collectively in a float and a congregation? Yeah, good job with Abby's question. Looks like quite a few of you got it right. Nicely done. That is so fast. 0 to 60 in 1.5 seconds. That is ridiculous. Thankfully, she won't be driving one that quickly. Okay, right. Question number 4 now. Question 4. This is another multiple choice question. The slow loris is the only primate in the world to be what? Carnivorous, venomous, or frugivorous? Frugivorous, as in they only eat fruit. The slow loris is the only primate in the world to be what? Carnivorous, venomous, or frugivorous? Choose one, please. Okay. Your next question. Question number 5. What type of creature is a Pacific sea wasp? What type of creature is a Pacific sea wasp? Okay, question number 6 now. Question 6. Which part of the koala bear is so similar to humans that it could taint a crime scene? Which part of the koala bear is so similar to humans that it could taint a crime scene? This is a genuine thing that people in crime scene investigations are worried about in that part of the world. Let's see if you can work that out. Which part of a koala bear is so similar to humans that it could taint a crime scene? Okay, number 7 then, similar to an earlier question then. Question 7, what is the average litter size for a guinea pig? What is the average litter size for a guinea pig? It's great fun doing research for this kind of quiz round, because this isn't one I've used in pubs before. There's 1 or 2 questions I've borrowed from ones I've done before, but generally this is an entirely new quiz round. So it's great fun looking up the kind of material that I put together for this quiz round. I hope you like it. Question number 8 now. Question 8. What name is given to the young of an eel? What name is given to the young of an eel? It's a very unusual word. The name given to the young of an eel. Yeah, Facebook has been very strange this evening. Still not working over on that page. I'm glad that you're still commenting and acknowledging the fact that this is going on. I'd be most worried if it wasn't. Question number 9 is true or false. Male horses have more teeth than female horses. True or false, male horses have more teeth than female horses. especially annoying with this Facebook problem because I did a dry run through like 20 minutes before I went live. Put it all into Facebook, just didn't press the live button. Did a run through of all the things you're seeing tonight and will see. Made sure the sound was working through it. It all looked great. Absolutely perfect. Went to go live 10 minutes later. Very strange, but hey, appears to still be working at your end. We'll see how we go. Question number 10. What is believed to be the reason zebras evolved to have stripes? I'll give you multiple choice for this one as well. Is it to confuse predators, to attract a mate, or as a bug repellent? What is believed to be the reason that zebras evolved to have stripes? Is it to confuse predators, to attract a mate, or as a bug repellent? Choose one, please. Okay, we have got 5 more questions left in this round. Question 11 now. Question 11 is for 2 points. Which 2 colours are the eyes of reindeer? Which 2 colours are the eyes of reindeer? Depending on the time of year and the temperatures, their eyes do change colour from one to another. So which 2 colours could they be? 1 point for each. Just going back to Abby's question, whilst I waffle on in between your questions this evening, Ruben, my son, is very keen on doing something on the quiz as well. I don't know what that's going to be. He has done a little something pre-recorded before. Long-time followers will remember that, which is still on the Facebook page somewhere, I think. But yeah, at some point, I need to get him involved. Might not be this year. Might let him get a little bit older because it's past his bedtime. So we'll see. But just keep that in mind. That might be something that happens in the near future. We'll see about that. Question 12 now. Question 12. Which has the most taste buds, dogs or humans? Which has the most taste buds, dogs or humans? I think if anything, I'd get them to alternate. 1 week for one, the next week for the other, rather than get them to both do something on both on a single quiz night. Don't know. We'll see. All things are possible with all this technology we've got at our disposal now, though. So we shall see what happens. Question number 12. Question 13 now. Gosh, we're flying through this round. Question 13. What is the average litter size for a gerbil? What is the average litter size for a gerbil? Two more questions to go then. Remember to let me know which ones you want repeated once we've gone through question 15. And we'll go through those for you. Question 14 then. Question number 14. What name is given to the young of a buffalo? What name is given to the young of a buffalo? Remember to keep an eye on those pictures as well, because you've not got long left to look at those either and get your points in for those. Which 2 celebrities' faces have been merged together in each of those? You get 1 point for each, so this is 4 bonus points on top of your annual round score you could potentially get here. Right, the last question then, question 15 in our animals round, is a spelling test. Spell axolotl. Spell axolotl correctly. If you get it exactly right, you can have 2 points for that one. It is a type of animal, if you're not aware. It is. But spell axolotl, that's question 15. Let me know in the comments then which questions you'd like me to repeat, if any. We've got a really good turnout this evening, so thanks all for watching along. Really appreciate you joining in, and hope you enjoy the rest of the quiz. Yeah, thanks a lot. Really nice turnout this evening. But yeah, let me know if you want any repeats, because we've got that time now before I go through the answers, where I normally share a link or two with you. But I would like to know what questions you want repeated as well, because it may have gone through it too fast for some of you teams. I know some teams are in different locations communicating with each other, so do let me know. But yeah, I think what I will do is I will share that link with you that I normally do. So let me just copy that, and then we'll do that. Let's see. Yeah, I've got the chat here as well. Okay, all right. So in the comments now is the GoFundMe link for Secret Santa 365. That's the nominated charity of Big Quiz Night In. They're closely related as well to Sophia, which you'll know I've supported before. So yeah, but all the information you need is on that link. If you fancy doing something charitable in return for what I do here, then that would be much appreciated if you had a look at that link. Everything you need to know will be there. Not got any requests for repeats, so maybe I went through it in good order and you were quite quick at getting the answers on this one. So what I'm going to do then is I will go through the answers, and then we will move on, once we've seen how well you all did, to round number 2. Okay. Question number 1 then. Which mythical name is given to the young of a dragonfly? Was it a fairy, a pixie, or a nymph? It was a nymph. NYMPH, in case you were wondering. Question 2. What is the average litter size for a rabbit? Well, they can range from 1 to 12, but the average litter size for a rabbit is 5. Question 3. Which 2 similar creatures gather collectively in a float and a congregation? That is crocodiles and alligators. A float of crocodiles, a congregation of alligators. Question 4. The slow loris is the only primate in the world to be what? Is it carnivorous, venomous, or frugivorous? It is venomous. They're actually omnivores, but they are the only primate in the world to be venomous. Question 5. What type of creature is a Pacific sea wasp? It's a jellyfish. Makes so much sense, doesn't it? When you hear that answer, if you didn't know already. A Pacific sea wasp is a jellyfish. Which part of the koala bear, for question 6, is so similar to humans that it could taint a crime scene? It is their fingerprints. Their fingerprints are that similar to humans, it could taint a crime scene. Question 7. What is the average litter size for a guinea pig? They range from 1 to 6, but the average is 3. So that is pretty much bang in the middle. 3 for guinea pigs. Question 8. What name is given to the young of an eel? It is an elver. E-L-V-E-R. Elver. Question number 9. True or false? Male horses have more teeth than female horses. It is true. Male horses have 40 to 42 permanent teeth, while females have 36, sometimes as high as 40. But normally, yeah, 40 to 42 teeth for male horses. The original purpose, as I read on this website, for the extra teeth was as fighting weaponry. Not even sure what that's supposed to mean, but extra teeth for fighting. Sounds nasty. Question 10. What is believed to be the reason zebras evolved to have stripes? The 3 options I gave you were to confuse predators, to attract a mate, or as bug repellent. Zebras have stripes because it acts as a bug repellent. They ward off horseflies more than, say, any other animal of its size would, which is also why sometimes in certain parts of the world where horseflies are really prevalent, cows are sometimes painted with artificial stripes to give it the same effect. True story. Question number 11. Which 2 colours are the eyes of reindeer? It is gold in warmer weather and blue in winter. Question number 12. Which has the most taste buds, dogs or humans? Well, humans have about 9,000 taste buds, while dogs have around 1,700. So humans is the answer for that one. Question 13. What is the average litter size for a gerbil? So gerbils can have 1 to 8 in a litter, but the average for a gerbil is 6. And then they get this. Gerbils then start mating again or want to mate again 24 hours after having that litter. Ed says, I thought stripes made zebras run faster. That might also be the case. Yeah, go faster stripes. I'm sure that's a thing. Typically, if you put them on cars, I believe. But yeah, maybe the inspiration came from zebras. All right. Question 14. What name is given to the young of a buffalo? It is calf. A calf is a young buffalo. And finally, spell axolotl. This is AXOLOTL. That's it. AXOLOTL. 2 points if you spell it exactly right. So let's see how well you did. Please tally up the scores and put your scores in the comments along with your team names if you want to. You absolutely don't have to. It's just a bit of fun. We always celebrate with those who do well, and we commiserate with those who don't do quite so well. Oh my goodness. Maddie says, my guinea pig got pregnant again the same day she gave birth. Wowzers. Yeah, I'm sure guinea pigs are fairly similar to gerbils in that respect. So I know just as I was reading up the answers for this and putting this quiz round together, it happened to mention that for gerbils and didn't say anything like that for guinea pigs. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Crazy. Okay, not so great 7 for the Blackpool Bar Stewards and 7 for Diva as well. That's all right, no problem. Donuts have got themselves 8 points. That's only 1 better. But still, good effort. Keep your scores coming in, guys, and then we'll. I need to reveal the answers for the pictures as well. You can give yourself bonus points for this one, okay? So the pictures, then. All right, let's see if the pictures give you some bonus points, and then I'll read the rest of your comments. Chris says rabbits the same day too. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. All right, so picture number 1 then. The picture on the left is Jeff Bridges and Bryan Cranston. 2 points there. And the picture on the right is Liam, excuse me, Liam Neeson and Ed Norton. So let's see how many points you got there as well. You can add it on to your scores if you want to. Let me know in the comments. So Maddie says 9 points. This is all before the picture round scores were added on. 7 for Let's Get Quizzical. Holidaymakers only arrived at question 8 and only got 3 right. Well, that's not bad though. That's not bad at all. Welcome along, Catherine. I think I missed you arriving if you posted another comment already, but I'm glad you could join us. If I haven't already, welcome, G. Millie says, yeah, literally got 3 or 4. 11 points for Gabby. Thank you for my annual round, she says. Jan says, oh, wow, took me 31 minutes for the video to start working, but managed to join. I'm so glad you did. There's a real problem on Facebook this evening, mate. It's only working on some devices, and I can only see what I'm streaming to you. I can't see the live broadcast on my other screen, which is really frustrating. But yeah, we'll see. Good evening, everyone. Drinking Pepsi, lime, and chili crisps as well, ready for the remaining rounds. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining. Emily got Liam Neeson. Well done. 10 points for Luke and Jane. Maddie's got +1 for the pictures. 1 out of 4 for the pictures for Diva. Fantastic 4 scored 8 +2 for the pictures. Eric says we're up to 9 now for the Blackpool Bar Stewards with the pictures. Excellent. 2 for the donuts, so 10 in total. 3 for the pictures. Was so certain it was Pierce Brosnan. I can see why you would think that. Yeah, good guess. Sadly not. But that does mean, Gabby, you requested that round and you also won that round. We don't always make a big song and dance out of it, but since you requested that round, very well done. Let's move on then, shall we, to round number 2. Brace yourselves for more pictures. Again, wait till the end and I'll reveal what those are, so don't put the answers in the comments for those who've just joined us. Let's move on to the next round, which is cities and states, and I'll get to any more comments when we move over there. Okay, I'll let you all collectively have a laugh at the pictures. Uh, so Jan says, life hack is while the video is loading, I clicked on the red live button and it started to work. I thought that it might be Kurt Russell for one of the pictures. Yeah, again, good guess. Um, yeah, Chris says Blackpool Bar Stewards thought it was Pierce Brosnan as well, and Diva thought Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. Definitely can see where you were coming from there with your guesses. But what do you make of these ones? Again, don't guess about these yet in the comments. We'll get to it at the end. We will get to it at the end. But these are some funny ones. I think you'll get more points with some of these. There's going to be one that'll be a real surprise, I think, but I won't say too much about it. So this round is the cities and states round. So kind of like a geography round, but it's all about trivia connected to cities and states. Keep the answers to yourself as always. And here we go with question number 1. Which state in Mexico lends its name to a hot sauce? Which state in Mexico lends its name to a hot sauce? That's question number 1. I really just want to skip to number 4 and show you this new Our Survey Says round. I'm not going to lie, I'm so excited to bring this to you. It's only going to be the one question, but you'll see why when we get there. But if it really works as well as I hope it can, then I will make more of these, believe me. But this will be good fun, I hope, for this one. Question number 2 then. Which US city earned Nicolas Cage an Oscar? Which US city earned Nicolas Cage an Oscar? Always something with Facebook, isn't it? Just when you think everything's working fine. I mean, last week it pretty much did, in fairness to it. But still. At least you can see, I suppose. Question number 3 is your first multiple point question in the round. This is for 3 points. Which US states are known as the Lone Star State, the Sunshine State, and the Garden State? Question 3 again. Which US states are the Lone Star, Sunshine, and Garden States? Okay, let me see. Yeah, question 4. In which capital city can you visit a building nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie? In which capital city can you visit a building nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie? That is question number 4 in our second round of the evening, the cities and states round. Question number 5 will be for 2 more points. Which 2 cities, for question 5, earned Steven Spielberg Oscar nominations for Best Director? Which 2 cities earned Steven Spielberg Oscar nominations for Best Director? 1 point for each. As usual, I'll do repeats at the end of the round if you need me to. Especially if anyone's having connection problems like we've discussed a lot this evening so far. Right, question number 6 now. Question 6. In which 2 US states can you find Alcatraz and Sing Sing prisons? In which 2 US states could you find Alcatraz and Sing Sing prisons? 1 point for each. All right, then your next question is question number 7. George Orwell was down and out in which 2 capital cities? George Orwell was down and out in which two capital cities? I will give you a clue and say one of which has already been mentioned in a previous answer, if you've managed to get that one right. So number 7 again, George Orwell was down and out in which two capital cities? Okay, your next question is question number 8. Which city was the original home of Paddington Bear? Which city was the original home of Paddington Bear? Your next question is question number 9. That's for 3 more points. Which fictional cities are home to Batman, Superman, and Judge Dredd? Which fictional cities are home to Batman, Superman, and Judge Dredd? 3 points available there. See how well you do with that one. Bit of a tricky one, I think, unless you're comic book fans, comic book movie fans. You may have seen them. Question number 10. Which is the smallest city in terms of area in England? Which is the smallest city in terms of area in England? Into the last 5 questions then. Question 11 is for 3 points. Which British cities are nicknamed Old Reekie, The Toon, and Dirty Old Town? Which British cities are nicknamed Old Reekie, The Toon, and Dirty Old Town? 1 point for each. British cities, Old Reekie, The Toon, and Dirty Old Town. 1 point for each. Yeah, I think we're going to find more points for the pictures in this one. I'm expecting some 3s. I'll be amazed if anybody gets all 4. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. I couldn't believe it when I found out what one of them was. At least the 4th point for one of these was. Intrigued to see how well you do. Right, question number 12. Which city in the USA was so good they named it twice? Which city in the USA was so good they named it twice? Okay, the next question then is question 13. This one is for 3 more points. Question 13. Which 3 cities gave ABBA, Freddie Mercury, and Murray Head hit singles? Which 3 cities gave ABBA, Freddie Mercury, and Murray Head hit singles? 1 point for each. All right, let's go to the next question then. Question number 14. Which cities are the administrative, legislative, and judicial capitals in South Africa? 1 point for each. Which cities are the administrative, the legislative, and judicial capitals in South Africa? So they're 3 different places. So name those for 1 point each. Okay, question 15 then. Question 15. This last one is for 6 points. In fact, probably should have checked this one. All right. This one was accurate in a previous season of football, and it's about clubs that end with city. So let's just say 1 point for each. Name as many football clubs as you can that have played in the Premier League that end with the word city in their name. Football clubs that end with city that have played in the English Premier League. Name as many as you can. 1 point for each. I'll give you some thinking time on that because there's probably quite a lot. I've got at least 6 here. And we'll see how you do. If you want any others repeated, let me know in the comments, okay? And I will repeat those for you. We'll see how you get on with that. And don't forget also the pitches, the all-important pitches. 4 bonus points up for grabs there. Let's see how many you managed to get on those as well. But certainly for the question rounds, let me know. Number 10. Yes, you can have number 10 again. Melly's asked for that. Number 10 was, which is the smallest city in terms of area in England? So let's see. Any more requests? Let's see how you get on with this one then. I will go through the answers in a minute if we don't get any more requests for repeats. There's quite a few teams, I think, for that one. I think there's 10 teams. 10 teams it could be. So you could have quite a lot of points coming your way if you've got a few lucky guesses, or maybe you really know your football for that one. I'm not getting any more repeats. You can feel free to write some more down for the football clubs while I go through the initial answers if you want to. But let's see how well you did, because I'm going to go through those answers now. So, question number 1. Which state in Mexico lends its name to a hot sauce? It is Tabasco. Question 2. Which US city earned Nicolas Cage an Oscar? It is Las Vegas for Leaving Las Vegas. Question 3. Which US states are the Lone Star, Sunshine, and Garden states? They are Texas, the Lone Star state. The Sunshine state is Florida, and the Garden state is New Jersey. Question 4. The capital city that you can visit a building nicknamed the Walkie Talkie is London. Question 5. Which 2 cities earned Steven Spielberg Oscar nominations for Best Director? They are Munich and Lincoln. Lincoln is also a city, so although not one that played in the Premier League. So there you go, a bit of a play on words, but Munich and Lincoln for 2 points. Question 6. In which 2 US states could you find Alcatraz and Sing Sing prisons? Alcatraz is California, Sing Sing is in New York. Question 7. George Orwell was down and out in which 2 capital cities? That is Paris for 1 point and London. I did say it was one that's previously mentioned. London for the 2nd point. Question 8. Which city was the original home to Paddington Bear? That is Lima in deepest, darkest Peru, as it goes. Question 9. Which fictional cities are home to Batman, Superman, and Judge Dredd? It is Gotham City, Metropolis for Superman, and for Judge Dredd, it's Mega City 1. Okay, your next question then was number 10. Which is the smallest city in terms of area in England? It is the City of London. It's 1 square mile. The City of London is 1 square mile. Question 11. Which British cities are nicknamed Old Reekie, the Toon, and Dirty Old Town? That is Edinburgh, Newcastle upon Tyne, and Salford. Question 12. Which city in the USA was so good they named it twice? That was New York. New York, New York. Question 13. Which 3 cities gave ABBA, Freddie Mercury, and Murray Head hit singles? It is Waterloo, which is in Belgium, Barcelona, and for Freddie Mercury, and Murray Head had One Night in Bangkok. Question 14. Which cities are the administrative, legislative, and judicial capitals in South Africa? It is Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein? Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein. Yeah. And finally, for question 15, name the football clubs with City at the end of their name that have played in the English Premier League. So we have got Manchester City, Cardiff City, Swansea, Hull, Norwich, Stoke, Leicester, Birmingham. I think that's about it. It's Bradford and Coventry. There you go. 1 point for each. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Let me know if you've got another one, though. According to this list, I think that's all of them. So let's see how well you did. The pictures, before you actually put your scores in, the pictures were Vladimir Putin and Barack Obama on the left. And on the right, it is Kim Jong-un and Mick Jagger at the bottom. Such a random combination. But let's see how well you did with that one. Mick Jagger. Never thought I'd see that one. Didn't believe it, but yeah, it is. Okay, tally up those scores. Let me know. You can put the picture scores separately if you wanted to, or add them on. It's entirely up to you. But let's see how well you did. And then I shall share with you the next thing. I did put, I don't know if it's worked, but I did put in the settings the beacons link I normally share to all the stuff, all the places where you can support me. I do share during the quizzes as well, and in the description. There is an option in the Creator Studio that I use for Facebook, which puts it somewhere else on screen, so I don't have to share it. But I don't know if it's there or not, because I can't see the view that you would normally see. So let me know if you can see it anywhere. If there's a button anywhere, that'd be great. Some of the scores are coming in now, though. Let's have a look. So, let me think. I'll look at it over here. So, the donuts have got a score in. So, oh, and it's jumping all over the place because there's a lot of comments coming in again. Right. So, donuts scored 23 points, including 3 for the pitchers. Great job. 21 for Gabby, plus 3 for the pitchers. That's 24. Again, well done. The Holidaymakers plus Jack and Kate got 20 plus 3 for the pitchers. Loved Mick Jagger. It's brilliant, isn't it? So funny. I never saw that one come in when I discovered these pictures. That's brilliant. Eric says a lot better this round. 28 for the Blackpool Bar Stewards. Good job. The Tree Sparrows, 3 points for the pitchers. I thought it would be Frank Ribery due to something that looked like a scar on the face. Yeah, that's a very good shout. It is a good shout, but it is just sprinkles of Mick Jagger's face. But it's a good guess. 17 points for the round, mostly 7 points for the teams. Yeah, fair enough. Luke and Jane have got themselves 19 plus 3 for the pitchers, 22 for Back in Black and 3 for the pitchers, 25 for Diva plus 3 for the pitchers. Let's Get Quizzical, 21 for the round, 3 for the photos, 28 plus 3 for Maddie, excellent score, 22 for the Royal House of Black plus 3 for the pitchers. Millie's got 10 plus 2 for the pitchers, great job. Fantastic Four have got 19 plus 3 for the photos, didn't get Mick Jagger. Our sound is coming and going now, so going to try and get through the next rounds. Oh boy. Okay, I can only apologise, but I'm pretty sure it is Facebook. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to potluck. Same thing again as per usual for regulars. You know what's going to happen now. Another round, and two more pictures will be on screen. There we go. Let's all have a laugh at that one. I think most of you will be able to get the one on the left, but the one on the right doesn't look like it's been changed, if you ask me. It has. I'm sure some of you are going to question whether it has or not too, but it definitely has. It's just, yeah, it doesn't look like it. It's very clever. Very clever. I won't take credit for it. These are not things I created. I've taken them from other quiz resources to share with you all. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been changed, but when you know who it is, you're like, okay, yeah, you might just work that one out. Okay, so this is a potluck round that I'm going to read out to you now. 15 more questions. Three questions here were Patreon subjects requested from Diva in our Patreon Facebook group. So thank you for those. I hope you enjoy those questions. As and when I get to them, I'll let you know. But yeah, 15 more questions in this round. And let's see how you do. So, question number one, then, everybody. Question number one is express the year 2020 in Roman numerals. Express the year 2020 in Roman numerals. That is question number one. Okay. Question number two is for 3 points. Which currencies are used in Australia, Malta, and Brazil? Which currencies are used in Australia, Malta, and Brazil? Three points then for that one, and 3 points as well for question number three. What does the abbreviation MRI scanner stand for in the medical world? What does the abbreviation MRI stand for, as in an MRI scanner, in the medical world? 1 point for each correct word. Right, question number four now. Question four is National Grandparents' Day held in May, July, or October? Question four again is National Grandparents' Day held in May, July, or October? In Poland, it's in January, Jan says. Okay, I mean, I'd like to say you could just have a point for that because this question obviously doesn't take into account international differences. But have a guess at one of those for the British equivalent, if you don't mind. So, yes, May, July, or October for National Grandparents' Day in the UK. Question five. This is the first of the three Patreon questions for Diva. Question five. Which fictional island was Father Ted set? Which fictional island was Father Ted set? For 1 point. Question number six is for 3 points. Question six. What are the names of the West End musicals that featured the music of Queen, ABBA, and the Spice Girls? What are the names of the West End musicals that featured the music of Queen, ABBA, and the Spice Girls? 1 point for each. Okay, question number 7 now. Question 7. What are the 2 signature ingredients in a screwdriver cocktail? What are the 2 signature ingredients in a screwdriver cocktail? That's for 2 points again. 1 point for each. What are the 2 signature ingredients in a screwdriver cocktail? Your next question will be 2 points if you get it exactly right. This is a name the year question, okay? So with these questions, I say 2 points if you get it exactly right, 1 point if you are very close and be in either side 1 year. So if you're 1 year either side, you get 1 point. Exactly right, you get 2. And this is another Patreon question, so thanks again to Diva. For question 8, in which year was the legendary music label Island Records first launched? In which year was the legendary music label Island Records first launched? If you don't know who or what Island Records is, as long as you've ever listened to music, you've probably heard one of the people on their label. I'll leave it at that for now. They've been around for a while, and yeah, they've got a lot of big names on their label over the years, or had a lot of big names on their label. I think that's fair to say, isn't it, Diva? So yeah, in what year was the legendary music label Island Records first launched? 2 points if you get it exactly right. 1 point if your guess is either side of that. Question number 9. Question 9. What name should have been given to the RRS Sir David Attenborough? What name should have been given to the RRS Sir David Attenborough? Question 10 then. Question number 10 will be for 3 more points. What colours are entertainment, art and literature, and science and nature in the Trivial Pursuit board game? What colours are entertainment, art and literature, and science and nature in the Trivial Pursuit board game? 1 point for each. They are 3 different colours. You don't need to match up which colour to which category. If you want, you can just name 3 colours and you get 1 point for each, okay? Question 11 is for 4 points. This is the chemical symbols question that quite often pops up in our potluck rounds. The chemical symbols of which 4 elements spell the word sarcasm when placed next to each other? The chemical symbols of which 4 elements spell the word sarcasm when placed next to each other? Okay, so we have got 4 more questions left in this round. And then we'll move on to the Our Survey Says round. So excited about that. In case you haven't guessed already. Right, question number 12 is for 3 points. What words do Americans use for what the British call candy floss, noughts and crosses, and hundreds and thousands? What words do Americans use for what the British call candy floss, noughts and crosses, and hundreds and thousands? Oh, Diva says yes, legends on that label. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we can mention a few once I go through the answers. Can absolutely put some of your favourites in there. Right, your next question then is number 13, and this is for true or false. So question 13, true or false, identical twins have the same fingerprints. Identical twins have the same fingerprints. Is that true or false? Another question on fingerprints. Following our koala question in the previous round, or one of the previous rounds. Two more questions to go. Question 14 is going to be our third and final Patreon question for Diva. Thanks again for all these suggestions. All right. Question number 14. At auction, what happened to the original Banksy girl with balloon painting just as it was sold? There are two things that happened to it, so you get 1 point for each. At auction, what happened to the original Banksy girl with balloon painting just as it was sold? Fascinating, this is. And if you haven't seen it, we'll talk about it a bit more when I go through the answers. But yeah, it's out there to see. It's brilliant. So yeah, two things that happened to that painting. 1 point for each if you can work them out, or if you remember. Your final question this round is for 3 points. Question 15. Which three superheroes are known as DC Comics' Big Three, or sometimes referred to as the Trinity? Which three superheroes are known as DC's Big Three, or sometimes referred to as the Trinity? Their three biggest superheroes. 1 point for each again. Let's see how well you do. Let me know if you want any of those repeated. Don't forget to write down what you think the answers are for the pictures. There's 4 points up for grabs again there. And once I've done any repeats, then we can go through the answers and we'll see how you got on in this round. Let me just check my list of things and make sure I've told you everything I need to. Yes, so don't forget that the merch store has 20% off. There's 2 more days to go in this one. Got some repeats coming in. I'll do those in a minute. So yes, if you want anything from the merch store, the link is in the behind the beacon link in the description, as always. I've also still got notebooks. If you want one of the Big Quiz 19 notebooks, they are £8 delivered, as long as you're mainland UK. Lots of other ways to support me, and thank you very much to those who have done recently or in general. It's really appreciated, and it's all, now that I've got my new laptop, everything I earn now for the quiz is going towards something else to, again, improve the quality of what I bring to you. So it's all going to be reinvested. Really appreciate your support. More on that when I've decided exactly what that thing is. But I've got some good ideas. All right, so let's repeat some questions for this potluck round. Being asked here, Millie says number 7 and Andy's asked for number 9. Okay, so number 7, what are the 2 signature ingredients in a screwdriver cocktail? You get 1 point for each. The 2 ingredients of a screwdriver cocktail. And question number 9 for Andy and Back in Black team, I guess. Or is it Back in Black? Is it Kings and Queens? I get mixed up with your teams these days. All right. Question number 9. What name should have been given to the RRS Sir David Attenborough? What name should have been given to the RRS Sir David Attenborough? Do we have any more repeats? Please do let me know. Last chance for that. No comments are coming in. If they do, I will address them as I see them. But for now, let's go through the answers for this round and then we can move on. So question number 1, express the year 2020 in Roman numerals. It is MMXX. Question 2, which currencies are used in Australia, Malta and Brazil? That is the Australian dollar, the Maltese euro, and the Brazilian real. Real. Question 3, what does the abbreviation MRI stand for? It is magnetic resonance imaging. Question 4, is National Grandparents' Day held in May, July, or October? In the UK, it is in October. Question 5, on which fictional island was Father Ted set? It is Craggy Island. Question 6, what are the names of the West End musicals that feature the music of Queen, ABBA, and the Spice Girls? For Queen, it's We Will Rock You. For ABBA, it's Mamma Mia. And for the Spice Girls, it is Viva Forever. Question 7, the 2 signature ingredients in a screwdriver cocktail are vodka and orange juice, for 2 points. Question 8, in which year was the legendary music label Island Records first launched? Now, 2 points if you put 1959. 1 point if you were either side of that, but 2 points for 1959. Yeah, there have been many, many, many great acts on that label, and still to this day, because I think they're owned by Universal now, if I remember rightly from my research earlier. I think they're owned by Universal now, but still very much a label today. They've got the likes of The Weeknd and U2 and Childish Gambino and loads of big names in the music world at the moment, but they've also had plenty going back through the years, including going back as early as like Bob Marley. Maybe Diva can tell us some favourites of hers as well. Okay, so question number 9. What name should have been given to the RRS Sir David Attenborough? That was a survey sent out. They asked the public, and the public wanted Boaty McBoatface. I'm sure you remember it now I've said it. It was quite the news article going around at the time. Boaty McBoatface is what the boat apparently should have been called, but they went with the Sir David Attenborough instead. Bit more practical. Question 10. What colours are entertainment, art and literature, and science and nature in the Trivial Pursuit game? They are pink, brown, and green. Question 11. The chemical symbols of which 4 elements spell the word sarcasm when placed next to each other? They are sulfur, argon, calcium, and samarium. Spells sarcasm when those chemical symbols are put together. Question 12. What do Americans use for what the British call candy floss, noughts and crosses, and hundreds and thousands? It is cotton candy, tic-tac-toe, and sprinkles. Question 13. True or false? Identical twins have the same fingerprints. That is false. They do not. Question 14. At auction, what happened to the original Banksy Girl with Balloon painting just as it was sold? 2 things. It was shredded just as it was sold, but not all the way. The shredder was supposed to go, it was supposed to go all the way through the shredder, but actually got stuck towards the end and ended up becoming a new piece of art in itself just because it did that. And it therefore doubled in value, they reckon. Now it's been sold for 1 price. They reckon it's now worth double that. The footage is out there if you haven't seen it already, but Banksy deliberately built in a shredder into the frame that it was sold in and activated it, or somebody activated it at the moment that it was sold at auction. It's mental. But yeah, it failed just towards the end. Question 15. Which 3 superheroes are known as DC's Big 3? It is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman for 3 points. So there we go. You didn't need to put their real names. The superhero identities was fine. Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. So start tying up those scores. I will tell you now the picture round. Oh, Jan's asked for repeats of the answers to question 1. And is it 2 points or 14? Yes, question 14 is for 2 points. It was shredded for 1 point and it doubled in value, or increased its value as a result of being shredded for a 2nd point. Absolutely. And the answer for number 1 was MMXX. Let me just put it in the comments to be clear. And there we go. Hopefully you can, yeah, see that. There you go, MMXX. Okay, so the answers for the pictures. It is on the left, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. On the right, obviously, perhaps Halle Berry. But the other faces mixed with it is Jennifer Lopez. It just looks like such a natural fit. You can't, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I can't look at that and not see Halle Berry. But it is Jennifer Lopez and Halle Berry's faces mixed together. So there you go. Let's see how many points you've got there. Add those picture round scores to your overall score for that round if you want to, or keep them separate. For question 1 point or 4 points for each letter. No, question 1 is just for 1 point. Just for 1 point. I appreciate you checking these things. I do. But question 1 is just 1 point. Scores are coming in then. Diva says 23 plus 4 for the pictures. Excellent. Fantastic Four have got 25 plus 3 for the pictures. Luke and Jane 17 plus 3. Donut scored 24 including the pictures. Millie's got 14 plus 1. Very good. Maddie Cat Lady says 25 plus 2. Good score again. For Back in Black, identical to the last round, amazingly. 22 for round 3. 22 for the round and 3 for the pictures. Blackpool Bar Stewards 27 and 2 for the pictures. Let's Get Quizzical 20 points for the round and 3 for the photos. Great job. And Jan says 21 points for the trees, for the 3 sparrows, and 4 points for the faces. Very well done. Good work. Again, if there's any more that come in, I will read them out. In fact, there are some now that's just come in. That's good. Just before we move on to round 4. 27 for the round, says Gabby, and 3 for the pictures. Fantastic job. Well done. Yes, yeah, tree sparrows. I did wonder. Tree sparrows. Thank you for correcting yourself there. Okay, I think that was everybody. But again, comment if I've missed anybody or if you haven't put your scores in yet. Feel free to do so. And I should say, I haven't mentioned it yet. If you're watching a repeat of this, if the recording is even going to work with the problems we've had tonight, please do get in the comments and comment throughout the show and do all that good stuff, because I will come back and comment again. And I just appreciate you guys watching and having a good time with it all. Right, let's move on to the Our Survey Says round. I really wish I could play you the theme music, but I'm worried that Facebook would shut me down permanently, because there's definitely a copyright on that song and I do not have permission to play the music. So let's move on. Okay. So here we go. This is the new Our Survey Says game that I've been banging on about and I'm very excited to bring to you. In a moment, I'm going to reveal the question for this Our Survey Says board. As you can see, we've got 5 answers there, which means you need to collectively work out what the top 5 answers are from the survey for this question. This was taken, this question and the answers in order were taken from one of the new UK Family Fortune shows with Gino D'Acampo hosting. So I thought it was a really interesting one, and it's connected to animals again. So it kind of fits in nicely with that request we had from Gabby for round 1. So yeah, I'll reveal that in a moment. Now, what I'd like you to do, don't put anything in the comments just yet. The way I see this working is you need to think as a team what you think, or as an individual, what you think the top answer is, okay? And then when I give you the okay, put that one guess in the comments. I'll then reveal, in the order they come in, I'll reveal what the answers are based on what you've guessed. And then we'll see how many of them you manage to work out, and they will appear on that board. And we'll see how well you do. And then if there's still some left over, if there's gaps, then it'll be a free-for-all, and the first person to get them can take the glory for getting them right. Because I'm only doing the one question, there's no points for this. It's just, let's see how many of you can work out the top answer. So get ready to put your guess in the comments for what you think the top answer is. Just one animal, which is what you'll see in this question now. So 100 people were surveyed, and they were asked to name an animal that begins with the letter A. What do you think the top answer was? You can now, when you're ready, put in that one guess per team in the comments. And then we'll see everything we've got here will work. Right, we've got Aardvark straight away in the comments from some of you. Let's have a look. I'll let some guesses come in. Oh, antelope's been guessed as well. We've got ant, we've got alligator. You may even get all 5 in one go, to be fair. I'm kind of hoping we get a couple that are wrong so I can use all my sound effects. If I don't get that, it's fine because I'll just press it anyway. Okay, we've got some good guesses that have come in. So the first one we've got coming in is Aardvark. So let's see who says Aardvark then. We've got Millie said Aardvark, Blackpool Bar Stewards have said Aardvark, Donuts have gone with Aardvark, Diva's gone with Aardvark, and let's go down and check the others. We've got Alligator, Aardvark. Okay, all right. So everybody that said Aardvark, let's see if it's there. Please tell me you heard the ding sound effect as well. Let me know in the comments. Gabby was going to say Aardvark too. That's all right. Okay, well, as this is the first time we've done it, you can give yourself the victory there too. I don't mind that. Let's see what else you get. And did you hear the ding? Heard a ding. Excellent. Brilliant. It worked. God, I spent so long putting this together, I'll tell you. Probably too long, but it works. All right. Luke and Jane have gone with antelope. So let's see. Is antelope there? It is. Well done. That is the second popular answer there. Martin, let's get quizzical. You've gone with ant. Is ant there? It is. That is the 4th answer in the list. Jan, the tree sparrows, they've gone with alligator. Is alligator there? That is also there. Well done. That's the 5th answer. And we've got Tracy has gone with antelope. Sue has gone with anteater. I think antelope we've already revealed. Sue's gone with anteater. Does anybody else now have any other guesses? Do you think number 3 is anteater, or could it be something else? I'll give you another few seconds to have a think of any more animals beginning with an A that could be there. And then I'll reveal if Sue and now Millie have got, and anybody else. I'm also doing this so I can do the obvious thing when it's the wrong answer. Okay, let's go through these then. Oh, Martin's come in with axolotl, of course, because we mentioned it earlier, didn't we? Oh, I have way too much fun with these things. Alpaca. Not there, I'm afraid. Armadillo. Not there. It's not that either. Looks like it could be anteater after all. Aye, says Maddie. Nope. The annoying thing is, I can see that the sound is being sent. I can't actually hear it myself, because otherwise you'd get feedback through the microphone. Martin says, "Can I have a pee, please, Chris?" Oh, that is yeah, that's brilliant. If you've never been to one of the Patreon quizzes, that's a running joke there with the Blockbusters game we play. Right, okay, it's time to put you all out of your misery there. Did Sue and the Donuts and Millie and everybody else that put anteater, did they get it right? Of course they did. Well done. That completes the board, everybody. Yes, Andy, I am absolutely loving the fact that this all worked for you all, even though we had the creator studio problems with Facebook and some devices weren't working. But yes, it's brilliant. Yeah, can you tell? No, I'm loving this. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Yes, did you like that? Do you think we should maybe do a few more of those next time? Because that has, when we're almost at past in terms of an hour and a half show that we agreed that you'd all like to stay with. Oh, Millie says this makes me miss the TikTok quiz. Yeah, Millie's the one, if you haven't realised yet, Millie is the one that I do the TikTok live shows with when she's able to join me. And we do our Survey Says style questions. And we get everybody in the comments to try and guess and help her out. but we haven't been able to do them recently. So I wanted to kind of incorporate in here. And as soon as I realized I could get graphics going on here and everything that I've been doing anyway, I suddenly had an idea and it worked. So happy days. Yes, Diva says more, more, more. Okay, brilliant quiz tonight. Love the use of pictures too. I'm glad you like that as well. Yeah, we're going to keep doing that. There'll be different pictures. I think I've got some more of those merged faces, but I might save those for another day and do something different. But I will still keep pictures on screen as we go as well. Interactive too, plenty of chances for the sound effects. Exactly, yeah. So I don't know how many I'll do. It's quite easy, I think, to duplicate this. Now I've done it once. I can just make another scene and then it'll be the same kind of thing again, but with different numbers and different questions. So it is possible. Maybe we'll do 2 or 3 of them to finish off. If we stick to this timing and it's 24 minutes past now, then 2 or 3 of those to finish off as a 4th round would fit into an hour and a half quite nicely, I think. So yeah, if you're all up for that, I'll do this similar thing next time with 3 questions, say, and we'll see how it goes. But I'll keep 3 15-question rounds as the first 3, and then we'll do this at the end, and we'll just see how much time we've got. I'm really glad you all enjoyed it. I'm really glad that Facebook didn't let us down so much that you suddenly couldn't watch it. Hopefully, if this is recorded properly, despite these problems, we'll have some other people watching it. I may even make a clip out of this and share that as well. And you're welcome for the suggestions being used. Thank you for suggesting them to me, Diva. Yes, and Tracy says thanks. Good night, everybody. Yeah, so by all means, leave a nice comment. Say good night to each other in the comments as you normally do, guys. I really appreciate you watching. Really great turnout tonight. Let's keep it going. Although next week, I say that. Next week is the Patreon quiz night. There's still time if you want to join it. It's only £2. That's all I ask for now with Patreon for the minimum entry fee. For that, you get to join in that exclusive Patreon Facebook group. And then you also, of course, will be invited to a Google Meet where we can all be on camera if you want to be on camera. We can play Jeopardy or Blockbusters. We do speed quizzing, which is supported by an app. It's a lot of fun as well. And that's the last Tuesday of every month, which is why I'm not here on Facebook. So I hope to see many of you who are already watching this already are Patreon. So I'll see you all next week anyway. Yes, excuse me. Some of you already are saying that, and that's great. But if not, plenty of other places. Go to the Beacon link, follow me on all those other places, do all that good stuff, and that brings us to the end of the quiz. Thank you so much for your support. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.